Hello and welcome back to Anti-Depressing. This is the show where we talk about everything from liturgy
to
to
Lexapro.
Lexapro. One and the same. We are
So excited to have you here. So excited to have you here for the nonstop party that is episode 21.
Wow.
Right? Our 21st birthday.
I really can't believe it. What are we doing? Are we going to Chili's? Are we
I know. How do you
hanging out
celebrate the
with
21st?
friends? I mean, I went
We were
to
together
Bahama
for your
Breeze.
21st birthday.
Yeah.
And that was fun. Remember we went to that Mexican restaurant?
Oh, yeah.
That was a vibe.
That Mexican
vibe.
Indian fusion restaurant, and
Yeah, that was a very confusing spot.
Yeah, shout out to
Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, shout out to Mobile,
Shout
Alabama, and
some of our
old
weirdest
camp
vibes
friends.
happen there.
Yeah, that was very strange and weird. But
what a time to be alive. What
yeah,
a time.
absolutely.
But yeah, so excited to have you here. Chanel, do you have anything you want to share before we launch into our antidepressant Catholic news?
Man, okay, so just
you have any life updates?
General life updates, you guys. There's so many things happening.
Oh yeah.
Today I met up with a friend for lunch, which is always nice. To cute. Eat lunch outside and breathe some air. And my friend exchanged a gift. Well, I didn't have anything to give her, but I mean, maybe my time, but she's great. So ate lunch with her. Then she gave me a gift that I had saw that she had posted on her Facebook weeks ago. Her daughters are now in high school, so she had posted some of their old toys. And she had this kind of kid life-size horse that comes with accessories, and I was like, amazing. Oh my gosh, I know a little girl that would just absolutely, well, two little girls that would absolutely pass away. So I was able to retrieve a beautiful horse. Thank you, Jennifer, and your children for passing on
for
that
growing
wealth,
up.
for growing up. But anyway, it's a beautiful tan horse with a white mane that she can brush, and I'm just really excited for her to play with it and for Joy to play with it. And so that was probably the biggest update of my week thus far, and 2 days of the week has just been getting this horse. So I'm very excited.
I love that summarizes the week for sure.
Pretty much, yeah. Just getting this horse, and I just can't wait for Noelle to play with it because I know she just is gonna love it. I wish they had a life-size whale or something, but
that's fair.
Yeah,
it's a little harder to come by.
Yeah, unfortunately, a little harder to come by. But how are you doing? How's your fan bam? No, you guys are feeling a little sicky, so you're taking a little easy. But
yes,
what's the vibe over
today? But yeah, we're doing great. Doing great.
Oh,
fam is
good.
great. I love it.
Can we
Happy
actually share? Can we actually share real quick about the dinner that you all made a couple days ago? I think that deserves its own section in this update. So I'd love for you to share.
You want me to tell you?
Okay, so I'll share my perspective, and then I want you to share what your favorite thing was. I think we both have the same answer. One of my half houses is Jasmine and Steven's house. I just I exist there most of my life. And so
true.
I think I just came over to go to mass or something. I don't even know, to go to mass and just hang out. And that night I had planned on going home so I could answer more emails and do work, unhealthy work balance life. Y'all know what it is. And so, but I decided to stay because, you always just stay when you're with friends. And Jasmine was Steven's going to put some stuff on the grill. And oh my gosh, you guys, so we had went to mass, and Steven and Jasmine had been prepping these ribs, and I hadn't seen them because they wrapped them in aluminum foil. So I was like, okay. So then we got home from mass, and it smelled like a barbecue restaurant in their house. So good. Then Steven took the ribs off the grill and still in the aluminum foil and was doing stuff. Then he took the ribs off the grill for real. And when I tell you, these ribs were they were thick boys. They were that. Where do ribs come from? Cows? Pigs? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, what?
I don't know. Whatever animal. Cow? Yeah, right? Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
No. I feel like it's pork ribs. It's a pig.
Oh, okay. Well, this
Wow,
pig,
that's
well,
like super embarrassing that we didn't know that for a
hey,
minute.
it's
Can you
not.
imagine how big the rib of a cow would be?
That's what I was
Why
saying.
didn't we think?
I was like, does this come from a cow? But
I'm gonna blame this on being tired.
I blame the Florida public school system. So this pig was eating so good because this rib was fat. It was like, they were just
thick.
so good.
Aldi did not play around.
Oh my gosh. And then Jasmine made shells, so mac and cheese, and veggies. And her daughter and I had picked up some treats, like some cookies for later. And when I tell you, it was the most magical meal. Like, I sat down, I felt like I was in the Flintstones. Like, we were eating ribs that were like so big. And we were just like, we all ate, I think, just in silence because it was so good.
Just with our hands.
Just with our hands. It was
way you're cutting
so, and Steven did that. Like, it was so good. So that is just my like homage to this dinner that you all had. It was literally such a blessing. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Steven is full launch into his suburban dad era. He's really in it. He like walks outside every morning and it's like, oh man, I gotta pay attention to that lawn. I gotta mow soon. Like, oh my gosh, like getting older is just looking at your lawn, just like standing hands on the hips and like staring at the lawn. And now he's just been grilling. Like everything we eat goes on the grill every single night. He's like, what am I cooking? It's going on the grill. Last night I was like, hey, can you just make the grill some hot dogs? Like, doesn't have to be anything crazy. We can put these in like the microwave. Yeah. And he was like, oh, don't worry. I'll just fire up the grill. Like, it's so cute. But the girls, they're eating like queens. They're eating everything grilled. So good.
Dude. I mean, and that does sound so good because it's like between that and then those shells you made. I like, which Aldi shells, which Jasmine has put me on, but Aldi shells literally taste like, and for everyone listening, you could be like, Chanel, Velveeta macaroni is literally gross. And that's your opinion. And you're wrong.
That's fine to have a horrible opinion.
That's fine, right? I grew up eating Velveeta macaroni and it's literally feels so fancy and good. And so, but Aldi shells are how much, Jasmine?
It's like $1.99 a box.
And maybe even literally taste so good. So anyway,
good.
Round of applause for Steven.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Because let me see if I can find, is this the right button? Yes. Round of applause for Steven. Thank you for making
way to go,
a wonderful
babe.
dinner. Thank you, Jasmine, for making a wonderful
thank you
mac
for
and
heating
cheese.
Water.
And thank you for making those children who helped me get those treats. They could always justify my treat habit. So thank you.
They always advocate for you.
Yeah.
Your biggest advocate.
Wonderful. Well, Rasmin,
I love it.
Do you want to roll into our cool Catholic news?
I'm so excited. Okay. In Anti-Depressing Catholic news this week, there is a 15-year-old boy, probably the sweetest boy I've ever heard of in this life so far, named William Henry, who has launched his own rosary business. And if you're thinking, wow, he launched a business at 15, actually did at 13, started selling these rosaries on the low key, and now is like continuing. He created it 2.5 years ago and he's going strong. It's called Rings of the Lord. If you want to check it out, it's so cute. Give our little man some business. And really the sweetest thing to me, first of all, William Henry, strong name, way to go, is how he talks about his business. So everything is like, everything's made with high quality material. We're not like any chintzy plastic rosaries. He's going like, he's hand making them. They're made with like stainless steel and bronze at any part that's relevant. And this is his essentially mission statement. He said, I want to spread the rosary as much as possible. But I also think that starting a business at this age is just going to be helpful later in life.
15. He's like, something about me is I'm working for myself and I'm holding on to my job security because
it's like,
if you have a trade, you'll be good.
He said, I'm not going to report to the man. I am going to be the man. I am the business owner. so proud of him. So sweet. If this guy becomes a husband, like, oh my gosh,
It's gonna be
his
good. He's
business has
like,
been booming since 15. Look
he's
out.
like, I've been running businesses for a long time. Jasmine, could you share?
Yes.
Would
Can
you
I share about his concern?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I might have a little bit more of an idea how Google ads work and how Etsy works, how the taxes work, how the bookkeeping works. He's getting a little stressed about the taxes and the bookkeeping. Feels like he has a lot to learn. And you know what, bud? You're 15. So we're proud of you. This is amazing. It's so beautiful. And we're so excited to see where he goes.
Claps and snaps to William Henry. We're so proud of you. You rock.
So sweet.
And we're just so excited to, buy a rosary, hopefully one day. One of the things that I thought was really cool was he's creating a online map of miracles that are attributed to the rosary, similar to his inspiration of Carlo Acutis, who had created a Eucharistic map online, who was also a teenager. So this is just so exciting. I love that young people are like utilizing young people, like I'm 300 years old. I love that yikes. I love that kids that's true. I love that kids are just like utilizing the internet for something good and just like spending their time doing something just like sweet. And so God bless you.
Really cool to see like a young person invested, especially in the rosary.
Yeah.
Because I feel like not a lot of kids are like, this is it. And so it's super cool to see. I love it.
God bless you, William Henry. With a double name like that, you know that he's like probably
you
super
better look
legit.
out.
Yeah, he's probably super legit. Well, Jasmine, I think that we should just I think that we should kick it off. I think we should do
I'm ready
a little
to
bit
dance.
of dancing. All right, let me see. Did I press the right button? Here we go. Perfect. Perfect. So
good.
Our first story for today is NSYNC. Is NSYNC back? It seems like it.
So now,
you guys, I think your sister texted about this like so long ago. I can't even remember. Like so long ago, she was like, "You guys, what's going on?" Oh, during the VMAs, she was like, "What's happening?" Yeah,
it's like something's going on. It's happening. Like, it's happening. It's clear. I am so excited. I think we all feel like Taylor Swift right now at the VMAs, which if you didn't watch, she like freaked out, biggest fangirl when NSYNC came out. And then they announced an award that she won, and she went up on stage and she was like, what's happening? Like, you guys know what this means, right? Like, they're doing something. Because everything that Justin Timberlake does is so intentional. But then I read this thing that was like, honestly, you guys, I think that they are doing some sort of collab with Taylor Swift because everything she does is intentional. And her coming up on stage and being like, you know what this means, right? Like, they're going to do something. And so there's rumors that maybe it's actually that they're doing something together, which is why they came to introduce her award. And she responded like that.
I see. I get it. I see. I think that.
What are your thoughts?
Taylor Swift does breadcrumb the crap out of her fans. Like, I've seen people say like, oh, Taylor Swift wore a blue sock in her music video,
everybody.
And blue is the 13th color of the blue of the like color sphere, and 13 is her favorite number. So that means that she's redoing Taylor Swift the original album, and I'm like, what? But then people like really months later, she's like, I'm happy to announce Taylor Swift the original album. Like,
and it's true,
true. So it's crazy. And like, when I saw that, that's a great point, because I didn't think of the possible collaboration, which would make a lot of sense. But yeah.
Well, and did you see today Taylor Swift posted on Instagram, and it was like no sound video, just a video in like monochrome, and there was like letters coming out and like no information. And I forgot the caption was something like I'll let you figure this out, or something that she's like, I know everybody's trying to figure everything out. Like, I get it. She said, let me read it. Okay, she said, you can tell me when the search with asterisks around it is over if the high was worth the pain, with a face with sunglasses emoji. And it's like something coming out of a machine with birds flying around it, but it's all like bluish monochrome.
What?
I know.
The high was worth.
If the search, you can tell me when the search is over if the high was worth the pain. So reference to that song. So I don't know. There's a lot happening right now. People are really teasing us up, down, and sideways, and I am just like bamboozled.
There's a lot happening right now.
You know what else is the craziest thing?
What?
Yes, on that reel she posted, no comments allowed. Intentional, because you know that some Swifties would figure it out, comment it, and then everybody would be like, "Oh, now I know." So no comments.
What is going on?
What is happening?
Dude, Taylor's too good at that kind of stuff. So yeah, but
it's too much. It's too much. But NSYNC, please, let's do a tour. Let's do a reunion tour. I already asked my husband if he'd want to go, because he was an NSYNC boy, not a Backstreet Boys boy, which I was kind of more of a Backstreet Boys girl when I was younger, TBH. But Justin Timberlake is it. And I asked him if he'd want to go, and he said, it sounds like there'd be a lot of people there.
At a concert, Stephen?
But he was like, well, at the moment, we were waiting in line to get into Epcot, and it was like, there was like 1,000 people around us. So he was like, maybe ask me later. So I'm holding on to hope. I think we might go if they have a reunion tour. Are you interested? Do you want to come?
I would love to go, but also if someone can watch your kids and you guys can go, then also that. So
we could contract somebody else. We should all go.
But it was funny because when this announcement was made, I was kind of thinking like, okay, what are some NSYNC songs that I like? Because I don't not like them, but I was like, I can't even remember like some of their really popular songs. And then I went down that wormhole and I was like, dang, they have like bop after bop after bop.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, I saw that and also like my wallet is like crying because I know that everyone's doing a reunion tour.
It's too much.
But like I looked and I totally forgot that they sang Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, which I know it would not be a Christmas concert, but if they're just singing like
it was
like dude, that song, and let me just
wait, you're so right.
Because that song, like every time there's a crisp in the air, I'm like, I just want to put on a turtleneck.
And when we talked about Christmas songs, we didn't even talk about that. That was a mistake. That's a good one.
I think we were talking about more like classic, refined. If I want to like shake my butt,
it's that we're listening to Ariana Grande, Kelly Clarkson.
There it is. We're doing it. That Kelly Clarkson Christmas song that's like, I don't even want to scream this like too close in the mic, but the one that's like,
yep.
I love that one. Okay, but they have Bye Bye Bye, It's Gonna Be Me, Tearing Up My Heart, This I Promise You. Oh my gosh, like
I know, just hits after hits.
That
did you ever see the Backstreet Boys during their reunion tour?
I did not. I only watched like videos of it, and it looked really fun.
Okay, let me express my concerns about the NSYNC reunion. I'm obviously here for it. Really hope it happens. Want to go see it.
Okay.
Felt the same way about the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Went to it. Overall, great. Relived my childhood. Felt like it was the 90s again. Beautiful. But there was part of me, I was like, these guys are getting a little old, right? And they were up on stage acting like they were like 20. In a way that it was like, it's like not super cute now that you're like almost 50. In a way that I mean, like, it just might not be appropriate because you guys all have like lots of children. And like people were there with their children. It was like, oh my gosh, this is like second and third generation of Backstreet Boys fans. And they were really leaning into like their legacy they've left behind. And then there was a part on stage where the pop-up tents came up and they changed their clothes, but they like made it kind of like a striptease-esque, like they were getting undressed and like throwing their clothes out into the crowd.
Love that.
which I just was like, there's there's a certain level here where people are here with their like 11-year-old children, and I
Yeah.
don't know if this
And
is
they're
the
like,
vibe.
Jasmine, we never told you this concert was for kids. Here we go.
Yeah,
I could just imagine like
yeah.
unbuttoning their shirt or whatever, throwing it out like a shoulder dislocates, like a knee, like
They're
a
like
knee
popping it,
pops.
and they're
Yeah.
doing all their dances from the 90s. And then like at that time, Nick's wife was having a baby. He
Mm.
was like, "Oh yeah, like it's so crazy. My wife's about to have like 3 or baby number 4 or something." And it was this moment where I like looked around and was like, "Is anybody wondering why this guy's here? Like, why are you here? Your wife is having a baby. I don't know if that means this minute, tomorrow, a couple days from now. It doesn't really matter. Either
Mm.
way, you probably shouldn't be in Louisiana performing a concert when your wife is not in this state. Like, I don't really know what's
Mm.
happening." And it
Yeah.
was, I don't know, there was part of me that was like, this is, after that, it just didn't sit right. I struggle.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna challenge you on this. Do
Me
you
too.
think that people feel the same way about the Jonas Brothers? Do they get that same ick
I think people might.
when like Joe is like going through a very tumultuous time in his marriage right now? He has like 2 children. Nick is
Yeah.
like a father,
And
and
they're
like
just like,
Kevin has like
I'm burning up, burning.
and they're
Yeah,
like
it is
dropping
like,
it low to songs that it's like they don't have to dance and like I'm gonna dance in the living room. They don't have to dance like that to any of their songs. Like it's not
yeah.
necessary. And we're all like in our 30s,
And we're
you
losing it.
know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just, at a certain point, I'm like, I guess we have to all keep like moving and being happy and like, entertaining people.
Yeah.
But it is like when you take a step back as an adult and you're at these events, you're like, is anybody like processing what's happening in their lives? And it can get kind of hard to enjoy things. So
Mm,
that's probably not super healthy, right? We have to still enjoy it. But
fair.
anyways, gets me thinking.
anyways,
Anyway,
anyways, kind of weird. Didn't love watching a strip
kind of
tease,
awkward.
but
But then
whatever.
then they played like Backstreet's Back, and I was like, who
Yeah,
cares?
I feel like
I was like, his wife just delivered a baby. Nobody cares.
I know,
So,
literally,
so
I
I don't know.
know. I know. I thought about that the other day. I was like, literally, I'm gonna be up in that arena or whatever the heck,
Oh
wherever I'm
yeah.
gonna see. I'm gonna be bumping it to different Jonas Brothers songs, knowing that it's like, woo,
Oh,
they're
absolutely.
having like marital issues, like woo,
Filed for divorce.
yeah, it's like their kids
Yeah.
are just learning to read. Like this is so weird, but it's like we're whatever. Like yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
So God bless,
Wild out here.
Justin Timberlake's last album, I do not think got a ton. I think it was like what was it? Man on the Moon, Man in Tennessee, or something like that. It did not get like a ton of positive
Yeah, it didn't have that
recognition.
traction.
Yeah, it was what was it? It was Man of the Woods. He tried to go like a different direction and it like wasn't great. So, and that was 2018. So
it's a while ago.
yeah, so like I'm happy that he's like going back to his roots, hopefully, and going back to his Trolls roots, because NSYNC put out a new song on the Trolls soundtrack, and that is how people were like, wait a minute, like
NSYNC.
are they coming back?
Yeah, but they're going after that under that name again.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
So,
I'm excited to see what kind of music they're trying to create, what like NSYNC era they're pulling from. I'm hyped.
So we'll see. So God bless NSYNC, and God bless all these old heads that are doing reunion tours, all the New Kids on the Block fans, all the Jonas Brothers fans, all the big time Rush fans. Yeah, get your money. So
it's all happening.
I get it. So for our second story, I feel like you would probably just have the maximum amount of commentary on this, because we had an initial story about this transition and how you were feeling, and now I feel like, is this bad luck or is this karma? Because
I literally, to intro this story, want to be like, hey Siri, play Karma by Taylor Swift.
There it is.
I'm not going to say I'm excited to share.
Okay.
I can say this story as facts. Aaron Rodgers played in less than 3 minutes of his first game as a New York Jet. And I can't. I he tore his Achilles, which is honestly like the worst. That's one of the worst injuries because it takes so long to heal from. I can't just like wrap that and keep going. And my favorite thing that has happened as a result of this is people making 2023 season Aaron Rodgers highlight reels, but it's just him running out onto the field with the flag at the beginning of the game, and like it ends, and it's like, thank you for watching.
Oh,
it's really bad. First throw of the season is when he got tackled, tore his Achilles.
Gosh.
So really brutal. Jets fans are so mad. I saw this person make a parody of Hey There Delilah, but it was like Hey Aaron Rodgers, and about how he played for less than 3 minutes, is getting paid like $80 million, and I think for his like 5-year contract or whatever, and isn't gonna play. Which, how crazy is that? Which we could do a whole thing about how much football players are paid to now sit on the bench. But it's pretty wild, right? That's the risk you take. But to answer your question, is it bad luck or karma? It's probably like a little cocktail. It's a little both.
It's probably like it's probably
mix
like
it up in there.
It's probably a little espresso martini, a little combo of both, a little milk, a little coffee.
You know, there's just like something about the fact that he played for the Packers for so long. Obviously had his injuries here and there. But this is pretty severe. And I will say though, it seems per the games I've been watching that he's been very supportive of Jordan Love, the Packers' new quarterback. And Jordan Love has said like, oh, he was like really helpful in the transition, whatever. And I hope for his sake that people stop comparing him to Aaron Rodgers, because it's like the trope is getting a little old. But for all those Jets fans out there, I just want to say, like, you took our sloppy seconds, which I never recommended. Whoa. And now look, this is bad. And I said from the beginning, months and months ago, like, good riddance. Good luck with your life. You served us very well. I think I said, like, I had the time of my life watching you when you were good, and it was a really big bummer when you were not. And I stand by that. If you were going to tear your Achilles and not be able to play, I'm glad that the Jets are paying you to not do that, and that we are not. So
there it is. I wish we could splice that clip with the clip now of you being just like laughing in the beginning, because it's like and just like a picture of, oh my gosh, you know, and God bless. We hope you have a great recovery.
I hope you recover. You're old, you're a little interesting in your belief system, and I just hope that you, I don't know, I hope this awakens something in you.
There it is. Get that bag though, you know, just like NSYNC. Get that bag.
Way to get that money to
get that cash.
If I could be getting paid that much money to sit on a bench and watch the pro football, that would be
sit on a bench and people just bring me water bottles, and like I get to watch a bunch of like beautiful men run, but I don't have to, but I can be like, oh,
I bet that's what Aaron's thinking. What a blessing.
But like, look, I can sit here and just like hold my, where's your Achilles? Oh, Chanel. And you know, and like
behind you.
Yeah, it's like behind me, right? So then I can like hold that and just be like, ouch, it hurts, but I'm here to support you guys.
Yeah.
Like, and then also get $80 million. Like, thank God. So, you know,
Can I ask you a question about this that you'll actually invest in? I know football isn't your thing, but
no.
Do you believe the rumor that he's dating Kim Kardashian?
Okay. All right. So
tell me your thoughts.
Okay. I do believe it, but and this is going to sound horrible. Okay.
Say it.
But I believe it because, let me look it up just so I can have some verification.
Yeah.
So there is something called the Kardashian curse.
Yes.
And
I was so hoping you were going to bring this up.
And it's a theory that says that people that date the and I understand that this is hurtful, and I don't believe in bullying, and I wish the Kardashians best.
Kim, if you listen to this, it's fine. We're good. This
is the theory that I'm communicating. Okay, so there's a theory called the Kardashian curse, which essentially is just like everyone who dates one of the Kardashians ends up with either like a flopped career or like a chaotic internal personal life. And so when I heard that they were dating, I was like, I don't know. I don't really like, I don't know. There's so many rumors. She was dating Tom. It says there was a rumor she was dating Tom Brady like 2 months ago. She was, whatever. But then when he tore his Achilles,
you thought it might be true?
It's the curse. It's the
curse of the Kardashians.
So now I believe
it.
And it's just, I mean, it just adds up, right? Like 1 + 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
fair. I mean, like, what else could it be?
There are rumors of them dating, and then all of a sudden you tear your Achilles in your first game for your new team that was super controversial that you moved teams. And oh my gosh. So yeah. So I hope he has fun. He could he could watch his previous highlight reels in the Kardashian megaplex.
So true. At least he'll be nursed back to health in their mansions. So
there it is. So he'll be just fine. Kisses and hugs.
So good luck, Aaron.
Kim,
I hope you get better.
Aaron.
And I hope maybe you just take this as a sign. Maybe it's time to be done.
Maybe it's time to be done. Maybe you can join NSYNC and just like,
I just feel like at a certain point when you've made as much money as he's made, why do you want to keep like running?
Oh, that's a good question. If you could do something that you loved, but it was like a sport and you had to like move, but you had the capacity to continue to do it for a really long time, or you could just stop and make money off of like brand deals and promos or whatever for the rest of your life. And
he's been making like millions and millions of dollars a year for so long. Like I'm assuming he's been budgeting. Like, why don't you want to retire? All those guys are just so, maybe it's the attention, like and like you're doing a sport you love, you're passionate about, all of that. I get it. But if that were me, I just think I would want to be done running and like having somebody run at me.
There's something about, I think there's something here. There's a sermon in that. There's a sermon in that.
There is, right?
That
like, when is it time to rest?
That men, and not all blanket, blah, blah, blah. That some men will do things until it's inappropriate for them to do it. Because and I think there's a sermon there, because just with NSYNC, you were like, something that was weird to me is that they were doing a striptease at a concert with 10-year-olds. And I think that men some men will just try to prove their relevancy to an age that is just like, to a point that is just almost inappropriate. Like when I see some female celebrities, right, obviously discounting some that like perpetuate unhealthy beauty standards, but like some that are like, you know what, I'm a little older, I feel like I can be in movies where the older woman is the prize, or like, but I'm gonna not be ashamed of the fact that she's older, or I'm not gonna have myself be photoshopped in things anymore, or if I'm a scientist, I'm not going to be like wearing heels running away from dinosaurs. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I need to take ownership of my age and of my life and of the progress I've made in life. I think there's this like interesting thing that happens with some men where they'll be like, how old is The Rock? Like 300? He looks great. He's been around forever. Like, he looks amazing, but it's like this Jason Momoa Rock like thing where it's like, they're constantly, if there's a pocket for them to be like sexy, relevant in the mix, shirtless. Like shirtless, like it will just never end. And if there's a pocket for fair. Like, didn't Tom Brady retire? People were like, good, you're at an age where you have like teenage kids. Like, be with your wife. You should be with your wife and kids. And people are like, that's great. And then he came back to football, and then he like separated, and people are like, do you hate your family? Because it's like, it's actually okay. It's more appropriate for you to like be with your family. We get it. You're the GOAT, but like, it's okay to take a break. So it's this interesting thing of like, it's all right. Like, even though you have gifts and maybe like mentorship is a direction to go.
There we go.
Maybe you could coach, like maybe, but it's like, do we honestly want to watch you? I don't know, but some people also just love watching things like that. So, and if the Jonas Brothers went on tour in their 90s, would I go see them? Probably.
Absolutely. I'd take my walk down there and we would do it.
So I don't know. So I don't know.
Standards.
Yeah. So God bless Aaron Rodgers. We hope that you heal.
Get better.
They get better.
In every way.
In every way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just quit football. Take a little break.
Wisconsin
was your best bet. So
there was.
For our next story.
Yes.
Speaking of celebs, Justin Bieber has been in the hot seat for a really long time because him and Hailey Bieber, his wife, have been going out, doing events, etc. And Justin has been showing up at these events in outfits that are directly improportional to what his wife is wearing. So imagine gown, right? Gown, beautiful. Gown, dress, beautiful. And then your husband is wearing like a tank top and like surf shorts and Croc slides. And you're like, what? And so it's just like, there's
literally seen that outfit.
Right. So there's like a public perception now where people are saying, does Justin Bieber's perceptively lack of care, right? So it's all perception, show something deeper about their relationship? Like, because people are saying, Justin, if you hate your wife, just say it, because it's the lack
to tell her.
Yeah, it's the lack of effort that people are like, what is going on? Like, you're not showing up. And if putting on a shirt that is nicer is too tough, then it's almost like, do you actually like your partner? I don't know, because that shouldn't seem. But if my partner was like, Chanel, I need you to run 10 miles before this thing, I'd be like, oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
A little much to
But
ask.
if they were like, hey, Chanel, I'd like for you to wear like, deodorant, I'd be like, I can do that for you. Yeah, I could do that for you. So what are your thoughts? Like, some people are just saying, like, does this show something deeper about the relationship? Does he not respect her? Again, this is like just our opinions, but it's like, when I saw it, my immediate thought was, you should just let her know that you don't like her. Just let her know. Like, just let her be free. Let her be free. Or maybe the second thought was, maybe they just made some underground agreement where she was like, maybe he just doesn't like dressing up, and I'm fine with kind of being publicly embarrassed. I don't know. Which if in that case, like, it might be time for her to just have some like self-reflection time. So I don't know, but what are your thoughts?
I feel like, I mean, first of all, some of my favorite content is looking at their pictures next to each other and being like, guess what event they're going to do?
Seriously.
Because they always look like they're going to two separate things. It gives me the vibe of like when I get dressed for myself versus what I put my kids in. Like when I dress my kids, they're like, they look cute. They're like, hair is perfectly done. They're in cute dresses. They're wearing nice shoes that match the dress, and they look very adorable. And then when I put on my clothes, it's a pair of leggings that I've had for 8 years and a t-shirt or another Alive and You sweatshirt.
Mom core.
And we're rolling out the door, and my hair's in a messy bun, and I've like just barely brushed my teeth, and we made it out the door. And so it gives that energy. Like, it's like Justin spent the whole time getting her ready, and then in the last 5 minutes was like, oh my gosh, I'm just wearing what I've been wearing. I'm just wearing what I was wearing this morning and what I went to sleep in and what I've been wearing for a week, and that's it. Like, I can't brush my hair. I don't have time. Like, gone are the days when Justin Bieber was like every young girl's dream with his like swoosh hair and his cute outfits. Like, he just looks a little unwell. Like, he just doesn't look like he takes care of himself. And I know that that's kind of the vibe of some celebrities. Like, I know that like the sweatsuit thing is in, and this like, I look like I don't care, but I'm still put together thing is in.
Yeah.
But
it's
I feel like
it's poverty core. It's like, it's like,
what is the obsession?
It's cosplaying the fact that, it takes a lot of money to look this poor. It's like,
they hate us because they hate us.
That's what it is.
I think that when he started this, he was still like doing it trendy, kind of like Kanye West fashion vibes, of like the sweat, which don't fashion any further than that. Just fashion vibes.
Just fashion vibes.
Nobody take that out of context. But like the sweatsuits, but like the really nice shoes still, and still like whatever, then I think it just kind of has trickled, and he's just kind of lost sight. Like, if he started just straight up dressing like Adam Sandler, I wouldn't be surprised. Like,
But
because it is that kind of energy, you know?
yes, yeah, absolutely. And people have
But
been
in a way
saying
that
like
nobody told his wife what the memo was, you know?
exactly. And people have been saying Adam Sandler has committed to the bit since the beginning of time. Like he has been that. Like
Yeah.
it's Adam Sandler core. He has like his own way of
Yeah, it's
dressing.
like he just doesn't dress like he thinks he's better than anybody. But then at the same time, like on a red carpet, Adam Sandler is not wearing swim trunks and a t-shirt or like flops. You know, like he generally is like dressed nice, like you would. Like I feel like he normally dresses for like real occasions
because he knows he's somewhere.
Like, yeah, like you kind of dress for the vibe. Whereas Justin Bieber is like showing up to his wife's like launch events where she's in like a gown and heels and he's still in like ducky shorts pretty much. Like I just don't understand.
What is going on?
Yeah, like are you okay?
So that's a good question. The bigger question is he okay?
Is he okay?
I hope that he is. And you're giving like you're a queen because the benefit of the doubt is on fleek right now. And
I'm trying.
Maybe he's just hanging out with Hailey's stylist and he's like, you know what? She looks perfect. Oh, we only have 5 minutes to go. So I'm just gonna throw on whatever I can. If it was
I think that's the perception he's giving, but I don't feel like that's probably what's happening, you know?
And if it was me, I mean, for me, I'm just kind of like, hey, it reminds me of this thing that I saw and where this guy and his girlfriend were in a really tender moment. So it's been going viral, very tender moment. And the guy pulls away from his girlfriend and he says, you're not really pretty. And he says, you're not really pretty. And then she goes into like the fetal position. She's crying, whatever. And he made her a card. So this is from a series of tweets where this girl like shared the card that her boyfriend made her, etc. He made her a card that said, I'm sorry that I said that you're not really pretty. And people were like, girl, he doesn't like
that's
you.
the end. There wasn't like if you're not really pretty, you're beautiful. That was like
no
it?
He was like, I'm sorry that I told you that. Okay. And so then people were commenting and they're like, girl, are you okay? Like, because he pretty much just told you that he doesn't like you. And so then she was like, well, we're still together. I love him so much. He wouldn't tell me a lie. So it's one of those things where I'm thinking like, and not in a completely non-jokey way, because all of us have struggled with self-esteem. And my thought immediately goes to, my perception is that maybe Hailey could just, use a little dose of some like, hey, I deserve a little better than that. And maybe that's a fight that they've had behind closed doors,
and maybe she doesn't care.
And maybe she also doesn't care. But
it's hard to say. I just feel like as Justin, like, I don't know, when my husband and I are going to dinner, and you've seen this happen, so you can vouch for it. And like this just happened a couple weeks ago. And he was in like jeans and like a t-shirt from work, and I came out in like a dress and some heels,
like cute heels.
And he was like, oh my gosh, I need to go get changed to match the vibe. Like, if you're gonna look that good, like I'm gonna change the vibe. Like I need to rise to the occasion. And so he went and like put on a nice shirt, changed into some different jeans, changed into some nice shoes, and like came out like looking nice because he was like, oh my gosh, like I need to dress like someone who deserves to be with you,
Ooh, that's a
and
word.
I just think like I would struggle not having somebody who like wanted to kind of match a vibe and look nice for you, because there is like this societal standard for like women to look nice for men and not always for men to look nice for women. But like fellas, like we like when you look nice. Like we like when you look nice. It's not the same to us if you're wearing like basketball shorts and a t-shirt, or if you're wearing like a cute like button down and jeans. Like it's not the same to us.
Nice
like we like
shoes.
Yes, nice shoes that aren't just like sneaker shoes that you just wore running. Like we like when you look nice, just like you like when we look nice. And so I do think there is something to that. Like, I don't know. Is she disappointed?
I don't know. I don't know. And maybe that's a conversation they've had behind closed doors. But, you know, the perception is, girl, is that we just want to make sure that you love yourself and that you know that you're in play right now. You're beautiful. You're in play for your whole life. But right now you're like young, you're getting deals, you're getting your bag. Like you're in play. It's okay to be like, hey girl, like, hey dude, I love you so much. Put on a polo shirt. Like, it's not
like it's not that hard.
Like it's not that hard.
Not that hard.
And yeah, and so you know what? God bless Haley and Justin Bieber. God bless everyone for every one of our stories. Good luck and God bless
us, everyone.
Wow. And girl, can you go ahead and like ride us out from this?
Okay. Y'all, the world is depressing, as we have seen, but we are not. And we are so happy to have you here with us. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We've got reels on reels happening over in that world. Like us on Spotify, rate us on Spotify, and very exciting, most importantly, download FIO. FIO. Yes, our new home. Eventually, we'll be moved over to exclusive content on FIO, but not for like a year. So don't stress. But start getting ready with the app, download it, check it out. We're right there on your homepage for you. And so check us out on that.
Yeah. Smash that like button, you guys. Tell your friends about us. Affirm us on social media. We love you so much. We're on TikTok now, so follow us there and follow us on Twitter. Are we there? On X? Or no, we're not on X.
No, we're not on Twitter.
We're on Facebook. We're on Facebook.
We're on YouTube.
That's what it is.
And our videos are on YouTube.
Got it. Yep. Okay. We would have nothing to say on X. That's actually true.
No, I have no good content for X.
No, it's scary.
I can't also call it X, but whatever.
I know. I've been trying to transition. So you guys, thank you so much for being here. We love y'all. Talk to you guys soon. Mwah.